Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Frame Fatales. We're doing all ladies all week, and today we have Dragon's Lair with the gliitchwiitch. Hi, gliitchwiitch.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing great. Why don't you tell us about this game?
This game is something I never would expect to be at any sort of speedrun event. It's kind of more of a showcase. It is basically Don Bluth, Rogue Disney animator, making a game that's entirely QTEs, and it's one of my favorite things in the world. It is absolutely beautifully animated and a ton of fun. I guess it sounds like we're pretty ready to go.
Yeah, go ahead and count us down.
Okay. We'll do a 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Good luck.
Thank you. So basically, I'll still technically call this a speedrun because there is one skip in it, but mostly we're just going to be playing QTEs without instructions. The only inputs you really have are up, down, left, right, and A to get through any specific room. And gosh, I'm getting to these rooms that I really wanted to explain that I'm too busy doing the intro. But anyway, that drink me room, you just leave. If you do drink that, you end up dying. It's kind of one of my favorite rooms, because it's for new players. They kind of do drink it usually, and just kind of like, oh, well, there goes my quarter, or both quarters. This room ends up repeating a lot. There are 6 versions of this room. You can get off on any floor, but occasionally hitting left or right just decides not to work, and you end up dying. This room has some fun... Nope, that's bad. My apologies. Okay. That room is very, 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 very timing based. What you have to do is hit up when both of the little, like, baton things pass at the same time. It is something that did not make sense to me for such a long time until I worked out a visual cue for it. This is pretty straightforward, just like kind of hit things that are small and jump out of the way of things that are not good to get hit by. Oh gosh, I hope everyone's having a really wonderful evening tonight. This has been such a fun event, and I've been watching it all day because I ended up working from home today. This room used to throw me a lot of trouble. Just for some reason, the timing, depending on what platform you're playing it on, ends up being a little bit different. And the PC version of the arcade version is a little bit more forgiving, to the point where I just end up getting through there more often than not. This room's got a trick exit to it, kind of. It'll try to flash that it wants you to go up. Don't hit up. You will pull that chain, a bunch of water will come out, and you will be dead. Which is probably not the way you want to be in this video game. I constantly get this room mixed up with another one, to the point where I have to repeatedly tell myself, don't swing at the bats right away. And there's another room that looks very much so like it, that you do swing at bats right away. This knight is my favorite voice acting, just because he's just very, very snarky sounding. And we'll see this room twice. I've been contemplating doing blindfolded runs of this video game, but there's a lot of like mirror image rooms that you don't know if you have to hit left or right for the first time. And there's a little bit absurd one of the rooms because the mirror... Oh, okay, I hit up way too quickly there. Enjoy some of the death scenes. They're all fun, so even when we lose, we win. We should not be dying, though, if I do everything correctly. So that's the second time we're going to see that room of 6, which is kind of weird. To get like a maximum score in the game, you want to hit, you want to get off the platform at the lowest drop, but one of them is 3 floors down, one goes 6, one goes 9, and okay, I definitely hit that button. I don't know what's going on here. Okay. Well, this is the longest room in the game. Everyone just take a moment and dodge some rocks. It's going to go on for quite some time. And it's really just hitting left or right, or forward at the right time. It is very rare for me to die this much in this game, but I'm just going to blame marathon luck and jitters, and that will get me through.
There are some people in the chat who have never heard of this game. Could you explain, like, how it was originally, I guess, shown?
So the origination of this game is an old, like, Laserdisc arcade cabinet. I ended up writing, like, a really extensive article way back in the day about it. And what it is, it was the first arcade cabinet to ever be 50 cents instead of just a quarter. And it was just a joystick and a button. And I've still run into a few arcades that have it, and I've yet to beat it on a cabinet in the arcade. Usually just because the arcade cabinets are not, they don't really hold up super well sometimes, and like, every art cabinet I've run into has a slightly different route through a specific room sometimes. Not like a different button, but like, okay, this is supposed to work when I hit up here, and this one I've got to delay or hit it too early. Oh. So this room's a mirrored room also, except it only has you hit up, A, down, or up, A, up, down, up. Okay, trying to remember that is definitely why I died there. Oh gosh. We have burned through all of my lives, and there is a continue system, but I'd prefer not to continue. But we are a little bit under halfway through the game. Whew. That is a room that should look very familiar. That's a mirrored one as well. This room was always so memorable to me, and I think it's just the wide variety of like this weird acid beast and then this like gas warlock yeti thing here. It always stood out in my mind. And this room used to kill me all the time. It's always jumping away from the fire. If you end up hitting left towards the fire way too early, you just end up in the fire. And as you can imagine, that's probably not the right thing for Dirk to do. This is also a mirrored room, and it took me a while to figure out the tell on how to get through it right away, because when the floor starts breaking, you've got a very, very small window to start moving over. When you do get into the room, you just wait, and watch out for spiders here. You go towards the darker wall, and that will always be a safe exit. And here's our friend, this snarky knight, that has the world's slowest swing in the world, that we saw once, and we'll get to experience again. The directions through this room are very easy to work out. Just kind of jump away from where the electricity is. And here's our very long, exaggerated swing. This room is also very simple and very easy. You just keep hitting right, and you'll get through the room. There's no need to hit any other buttons or do anything else. Just keep hitting the right direction, and you'll be A-okay. Alright, this room did kill me in practice, for some reason. But looks like not today. I'm just going to die in all the other rooms that I know really well. This room in particular in arcades ends up killing me a few times, and I'm not quite sure why. Usually you hit left or right, depending if you're going left or right, after you get past the bottom arc of the swing. Occasionally I'll find an arc... Why is that not working? Okay, well, we're using a continue. That's fine. Nope, don't quit. I'm telling you, like, I don't game over in this game, so my bad. I think I know the culprit there, though. I think something to do with my mouse. But we'll get to see this room again, and one more time again, because it is a reversed one. And shout out to this little bit of fire that happens after you get through it. Also a reversed room that we saw before. Very simple. Swing at the things, jump away from the stuff. It's always a reverse of like swing, move, swing, move, swing, move. Whew. This is usually the room I see in the beginning of the game. It's just keep hitting right and you'll get through it, but you need to wait for that second move confirm. Without it, there's no guarantee you're getting through it. Our Headless Horseman friend here is always just jump left until it's jump right, which is just left, 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 right. Or left, left, right. He throws his sword at the end, which you don't need to do anything about. This is one of the longer rooms in the game as well. I like this little lizard guy a lot, and if there was a cartoon, I'd want to see more of him in it. And I feel like there was a cartoon of some sort, despite of what we're watching is a cartoon in some way. But really, we should have given... Oh, sorry.
Who was this made by? Just so everyone knows.
The animator is Don Bluth. In terms of who it's made, that name has changed a bunch of times. I've only ever associated it with Don Bluth and Laserdisc Games. There are a few others like it, like there was a Dragon's Lair 2, which is more of this, except every room in Dragon's Lair is maybe like 3 or 4 button presses. Dragon's Lair 2 is like 20, 30 to 40 button presses to get through a room. And it's just a little bit too much. Shout out to this snake at the end who tries his best. This is the only room in the game with a skip. So we're going to start to go up the stairs, and we're going to skip to the top of the stairs out of nowhere and get out of the room. It is, usually you go up and you swing your sword at another gibbering goon thing, and then you can go through, but no, you just hit up when you're at the bottom of the stairs, and the game's like, alright, cool, you're good, you could just go. So because of that, you could technically say it's a speedrun, I guess. Now it does deaths, though. I'm used to doing deathless stuff. This is the room I get confused with the other bat room that you swing first. I end up trying to move first here or swing first in the other room. I like this bat. He doesn't do much, and those poor bats there. This room ends up killing me a few times. It's got a very, very small window where you hit up to get out, and if you do hit up at the end, you'll walk in that room and just be trapped in there. This is the room you saw me die in earlier. The trick is you just hit up when the door is open, and hit left when the lava is down. If you hit it too early, you'll just fall in. This room is just sword and repeatedly hit up, but you do need to wait for camera shifts. If you just spam the up direction, the game will interpret you just jumping off into the lava, as you saw before. And on this jump here, you need to wait till you're closer to the ledge to hit up, otherwise you'll just jump off the side and fall in lava, which is not ideal. Otherwise, a lot of them are really, really simple to just hit up and get through.
These weird devil guys really creep me out.
Yeah, the Mudmen, they make really weird noises, and they're like impervious to swords.
They remind me of the devil from Cow and Chicken.
That's a good way to put it. We should be getting to the Dragon's Lair very, very soon. Like maybe if not next, maybe 1 or 2 more rooms. Because I died here, so it's showing us this room again. And basically, once you complete every room once, and then the mirrors of every room once, you just get to the Dragon's Lair, which is here. This is the longest room in the game, I guess. I said that about another one, but, I mean, it's the end room. It's a lair. There is a dragon. There's a princess. There's some voice acting. There is some Don Bluth being Don Bluth.
Kat, can you confirm or can you not confirm that Don Bluth quit Disney because he wanted to draw softcore porn?
I have my suspicions. I've never spoken to Don Bluth about it, but every woman he's drawn has always been a little questionable. I will not talk over Daphne.
With a key. The dragon keeps it around his neck. To slay the dragon, use the magic sword.
So, assuming I don't screw up, which this room, like, it looks like you need to dodge in different directions, but like to get away from the claws here, it's literally just hit left. Like in this exact same scene repeats, sort of. It's just left. Not down, not up. We should be coming up on time pretty soon unless I make some, like, huge mistakes. But we're on, like, 2 button presses left. Okay, it's 2 more left. It's a left and a sword. And that'll do it. And that is Dragon's Lair. That is time.
GG.
Thank you. Enjoy your very, very brief ending. And, I am really happy y'all got to let me play Dragon's Lair on stream on GDQ's channel, because this game's silly and wonderful and kind of dumb, and I love it a lot.
You said it's not a speedrun, but I disagree, because we'd all still be on, like, the 5th room at this point.
Blind races of Dragon's Lair would be super good.
That would be a lot of fun, actually.
Yeah, and like you could do Space Ace also, which Space Ace is a really tough one. I've never played Brain Dead 13, which is another one, but it's done by not Don Bluth. It's slightly different, it's more adventure-y, but it is a lot of the same stuff. I would totally race that at some point. Anyway, thank you all for watching Dragon's Lair. This has been such a wonderful and beautiful experience. Shoutouts to Frey Fatale's Muffins, Liz for hosting here. And I believe we're going to go and get to some sort of setup thing, so I think I'm pretty sure I'm up next again, right?
Yeah, so thank you, gliitchwiitch. Next up, we have gliitchwiitch.
Yeah, so it was good to see you all, and maybe I'll see you all again very shortly.
With RoboCop for the start of the Barbie block. So stay tuned, we'll be right back.